Welcome back, fellow history keepers. This is Kathy from Kathy Loves a Scrap, and today it is an absolutely massive day at the scrap table. Today is bittersweet because we have reached the last time this year that Scraplift Crafternoon is meeting up with the amazing May I Scraplift You monthly challenge. You know we had to go out with an absolute bang, and for this grand finale mashup, we are heading over to the social media to Scraplift the incredibly talented Briana, known to many of you as Mummy RN. Her work is packed with inspiration, and it gave me the perfect excuse to dive headfirst into my absolute preferred style: maximum layers, rich textures, and mixed media to the absolute max. In this process video, I'm taking you step by step through how I built up this magical celestial themed layout, from blending intense mixed media backgrounds to stacking up gorgeous dimensional paper layers, clouds and stars. We are pulling out all of the stops. Grab your inks and pastes, warm up your glue gum, and let's get messy, turning Briana's beautiful design into a textured masterpiece together. And of course, thanks to Mel, who of course has to choose anything that is mixed media heavy. So let's walk through the process. So I'm using Simon Hurley's solar paste through my stencil here, and this one is called Beluga. Isn't it just gorgeous? If you've never used solar paste, seriously, it is well worth adding it to your arsenal of mixed media. It is just beautiful. It goes on like butter. It's so soft, and I just love it. And the color ranges he has are amazing. I have crocodile tears, I have this beluga, I've got the gold, I've got a red, and I've got a blue. They really are just divine, and they just mix onto your page just so smoothly, you will not be disappointed. So I am using this stencil here to create like celestial worlds. It's actually an Aboriginal art design stencil, which works perfectly for the layout today. And I love how this is just being smoothed on nice and easily. Now, you saw a quick glance at the photo and you saw Briana's, and I am not doing a Halloween, I can tell you that. I have chosen to go with more of a moon focus, and let's face it, I love capturing the moon. Try to catch the best moon photos I can. Not always successful, but I do try. Now, I just realized that circle is not quite big enough for me, so I'm going to extend it a little bit bigger. I have that circle cutter there because it's slightly larger than the Creative Memories one, and I've realized that by having this board now, I can use it more effectively than I've been able to in the past. So that is a blessing. I am doing it as a 10 centimeter diameter, which makes it a little bit larger and much more to the use that I want. Isn't this paper beautiful? It's called Deco Moon, and it is an Australian printer that does it, and I like it. I think it's very cute. I found it in Spotlight, and because it had all the moon and the clouds and the stars on it, it went perfectly with the theme that I'm going with today. So I'm just cutting out the center of it, and I'm popping it up, and I thought I would bring the pink from my photo into it by using the frame, but when I put this other moon celestial paper down, it doesn't actually pop, so I turn it back over and use the black, and I really am happy with that. I'll bring the pinks in another way. So that's how I'm creating my base. Now, I look at that. Isn't that beautiful how that paste just looks on that layout? It's just stunning. So I have gone off to clean my stencil, and I'm back now with my heat gun, because normally I would let this dry by itself, and on a hot day it dries in minutes, but it's getting to winter here in Australia, and it's cold and it's damp, and so therefore I'm going to have to use my heat gun to get it dry, because I need, to get cracking on this layout. And Sunday runs through faster than I anticipate it ever being that fast. Next, I'm going to use some Tim Holtz Distress grit paste, and it's Snowflake, and I'm just putting it through the Southern Cross on my stencil here. This is actually like a face paint stencil that I bought on Australia Day, or to celebrate Australia Day. It's perfect, and it's got the Southern Cross, and the Southern Cross is what's in the southern sky, of course, and it's also on our flag. So it's perfect for this layout, given that this moon was taken in the southern hemisphere. Now I'm going to add a little bit more to a tag with this, just to build some texture to the tag. And this is where I'm bringing some pink in. I had a bit of a scrap that had the pink and the browns in it, so I thought I'll use that as my tag. I'm just going to add a bit of more grit down there just to give texture and depth to the tag. We're not putting anything on it other than some more stenciling, which you'll see in a little while. Now I can place down my base and get ready to start working this layout. And Tara, who is the paper snob and is our fearless leader, she is amazing, people. You need to go and check her out if you haven't already done so. And seriously, you will be inspired. I know I am every time I watch anything she produces. She is just amazing. Well, she's our fearless leader, and she likes us to keep our layout, you know, under the 20-minute mark, you know, preferably under the 15-minute mark, and that's what I'm aiming for today. So it is a little bit sped up, so the mixed media will take longer to do, as you would know, and it does require a little bit of thought. So I'm now going to use some black soot, which is the color I'm going to put through the stencil as my distress oxide, and I'm just going to add this you know, textured nets sort of approach to it, because I want a few more details added in, just like Briana has on hers, and it just seems to be coming together really nicely. Mel, of course, as I said, she loves mixed media. Her whole life is around mixed media, so obviously when she chooses a layout we're lifting, you're going to bet there's a lot of mixed media involved. So I am now going to tie in this strip, which is a double-sided paper, and I'm just looking the best for my photos, and I think I'm just going to flip it over because it just marries beautifully with the colors that are in those two photos. Now, these photos were taken earlier in the month. The moon this month has been amazing. Like tonight, there's a blue moon. It's absolutely supposedly beautiful, but you know, cloud cover and it's extremely cold, and I am not heading out to look at it, that's for certain, although I should, because I really do like to see the spectacular moons that only come up every now and then. But as I said, it's a blue moon tonight, and I'm sure it's going to be spectacular. I am, you know, just trimming down the photo a little bit. Briana's photos are both portraits. I'm gone with a landscape and a portrait, just to show that you can adapt and modify and still stay within. This is that 70-30 rule I talk about. 70% accurate, 30% creative. Well, this is part of the creative part. 70% accurate, everything else is pretty much full on as per Briana's layout, but my photos are different, and that's okay. And this is showing you that you can have your own touch to a layout and still follow the parameters and create as effectively. I'm just putting in this strip here to add that double strip that Briana has on hers, and that one looks a bit like a moonscape, doesn't it? So I thought that was perfect for this layout. I'm just popping these down. Aren't the colours beautiful in those photos? They're just amazing. You wouldn't believe that that was pitch black when I took that photo. When I go onto my Night Pro, it actually sucks in all the light, and that's the effect you get with the moon glowing on the clouds and through the sky. And isn't it just spectacular? It's just an amazing. I love my camera. I just love how it works, and I love how it actually picks up all the natural light. And that's, you know, years of experience of practicing, learning how to do these things. Still not fantastic. Still could be better, but much better than I used to take when I took night skies. And I love, love, love the colors. All right, so I've just got all these celestial little things that I'm adding into mine. I do have those clouds. That's reflective to the clouds that are in the photos. And I have a moon. And I have two perfect little quotes which go wonderfully with this layout. And I'm just trying to find my layout wherever I put it just a second ago. I had it here 5 seconds ago. Now I can't find it. How funny is that? Oh, here it is, right in front of me, silly person. Okay, there you go. And the quotes say, be happy in the moment. That's enough. Each moment is all we need, not more. And the other quote says, collect beautiful moments. And that's so true. We need to remember to collect the beautiful moments. Remember, they're gone. Once they're gone, they're gone. So don't forget to take those photos, people, of whatever it is that makes you happy. And if you really hone in close to that portrait one, the reflection of the moon on the clouds around it is just stunning. So I'm adding in some stars just to add up a little bit more texture, just like Briana had on her. She had little black ones. I've added in these white ones. I've got a big shining star there to the top, as well as on my tag, because you know I like to finish off my tags. I am popping up pieces here and there using the chippy strips because I want that added layer to it. Chippy strips are a great thing. They come from Scrapbook Fantasies. They're environmentally safe, and you know they use up paper that would otherwise end up in the trash pile. So I love how this has come together. I like the effect it's having, and you know it's just showing that the core elements of Briana's layout are still maintained whilst being my own. Of course, I can't finish off a layout without adding in a faux stitched border. You know I love a good border on my layouts, so that's exactly what I'm doing. Do you put in a border on yours? Let me know in the comments down below right now. Are you a border fan or a flat fan? I'd really like to know. It's each to their own, but you know me, I always add the border because it just adds that little bit more, and I feel that it finishes it off nicely. Okay, so now there's that moon. It's just spectacular, and I want to pick up the colors a little bit more with the pink. Remember, I really wanted to bring that pink in, so I'm going to use a little bit of sequins instead of Nuvo drops this time around. And these little sequences that I've got here, I actually won from the Crafty Maven on National Scrapbooking Day. I went into the competition there, and I was fortunate enough to win, and I got the blue set was the prize. And then because she's so fantastic, love you, Hannah, she sent me these pink ones as well, and look, I have just been using them all the time. They are just fabulous. The combination is brilliant and matches my layout just perfectly this time around. So you know, you never know when you're going to put a sequence in. It's always good to have them there to use. And I love that you can get micro ones like these ones that that are in this pack here that Hannah has sent me. That's amazing. I love it. So I'm just using some pink ones here. And then there are these little ones that are like little stars or little florals or whatever. So I'm going to put those on as well. I think they will look effective as complementary to the stars that are there. And I'm just looking for the places to place my third set of threes. You know I like to set up my visual triangle. And so that's what I've done with the sequins. And it looks so subtle that you don't even know you're doing it. Now here's where I'm adding these little florally star points. And they are standing next to the stars that I have put on in the paper here. And that's just that finishing touch that makes a little bit different and adds to the overall appeal of the layout. Now, don't be afraid to keep adding more until you are happy. I always find that adding more makes the layout feel complete. And it's really important that you are happy with your final outcome. And I always think that, you know, people that are looking through your albums, they want to see creativity. You know, they've got short attention spans, these people. Remember, they watch TikTok. They use shorts. They only have a small attention span, but you want to grab them and you want to grab them to watch. So being pretty and being layered and being textured make people want to touch. And that's why I love, love, love what we do. So this is it. I'm just contemplating whether I'm going to use that extra bit of ephemera, but I decide not to. It doesn't need anything else. I am so happy with how that turned out. Here it is up and close. Look at all that mixed media. I love that paper. Look at the moons and the stars in the paper. It's really, really cool. I think I might need to go back and get some more of that black moon one. It's called a Deco Moon. You really do want to go and check it out. So here you go, everybody. This is the final product. I'm sure you're going to see some many, many different ones. Check out the playlist. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you over in the next video, which will be coming right now over here in the corner for you. See you there.